You're watching Sunday Sound Off with Frank Boal.
And welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Sound Off, where you get to participate in this folder roll that we do on Sunday nights. Tweet us your questions and comments using the hashtag Sunday Sound Off. Let's introduce tonight's panel. Of course, Seren Petro in his usual seat this new year. And from Sports Radio 810 WHB in the program, Seren.
Frank, I'm thrilled that you finally have shunned your Villanova background and donned Syracuse orange and blue tonight. It thrills me. I guess it's the big Villanova loss this week that has that, has your heart moving in another direction.
Villa who?
Villanova fun?
Yeah, Villanova fun, yeah. And of course, Tim Grunhard, last time he was on, he was the Chiefs center. And then he becomes the All-Pro Chiefs center, which is this time. And next week will be the Hall of Fame for Tim. How are you, Tim?
I'm doing great, Frank. Very, very interesting that the Villanova lost this weekend and Notre Dame won, and we're making our move, buddy.
Notre Dame, Villanova, the Midwest. We know all about it. Sam, how you doing? Sam Mellinger, the fine columnist from the Kansas City Star. How are you, buddy?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. New Year, everything's going good for you?
What do I got to complain about?
No smart remark for me tonight?
I got nothing,
okay,
man.
Fine. All right, never mind it. All right.
He saves those for off camera.
All right, gentlemen, here's our hot topics of the evening. Be coming up here in a minute. Chiefs, Steelers, who you got? And how will a Dorsey-Reed breakup affect the Chiefs moving forward? Not talking about divorce here, folks. And number 3, how will the Gerard Dyson trade affect the Royals' chemistry inside the clubhouse? But let's start off tonight with our question of the week. What's the Chiefs' biggest matchup problem against the Pittsburgh Steelers? Seren.
Well, if you look at the first game and if you look at what Pittsburgh did against Miami, it's clearly in stopping the run. Le'Veon Bell ran all over him that first time around, and he's red hot after what he had going today against the Miami Dolphins. And that run defense is a problem for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, I think that was the biggest thing. You know, you look at all the touchdown passes through the air. If you can't at least slow down Le'Veon Bell, then the Steelers have their full repertoire of offense at their disposal. But, you know, I think this is a different Chiefs team. I know they don't have all the pieces they'd like to have. Derek Johnson being the biggest one there in the middle. Dontari Poe is going to have to play much better than he's played a lot of this year, frankly. He's been disappointing at times. But I do think the Chiefs can bend but don't break against that run defense. Le'Veon Bell's probably going to get to 100. But if they do a better job in coverage than they did last time, if their offense stays on the field, which absolutely did not happen in the first half of that first game, I think that's something that'll make this game look very, very different. Then I think they can do a better job. They're going to get beaten at times by the run game. As long as they don't get knocked out by the run game, then I think they got a real good shot in this game.
Tim, matchup problem?
Yeah, I agree with a lot what Seren said. I think the run game obviously is a problem for the Kansas City Chiefs in this matchup. But also remember, Todd Haley does a really nice job of giving all kinds of different formations, all kinds of different looks. And I've always talked about reps during the week are like money. You only have a certain amount of money, only a certain amount of reps. So, you know, you look at this team, they go empty. They go 2 tight ends, 2 backs. They have all kinds of different formations, all kinds of different looks. And you have to practice all that stuff. And I think one of the things that teams like to do, and teams kind of fall into this trap, this sucker pin per se in the golf world, is they try to blitz. They try to bring pressure against Roethlisberger because it looks like he's, you know, can't run around. He's not very mobile. But when they do that, they hurt people. The Steelers hurt people against the blitz. You watched it today, Bell going out in the flat a couple times when they're bringing the backers. You know, just the patience of the running game of Bell also in blitz, where he can kind of wait, and then make a cut and go. And then Roethlisberger was 11 for 11 at one point, throwing the ball down the field in the first half of that game. And this 12th one wasn't an incomplete pass either. It was an interception. So really, it was 12 plays in a row where the ball never hit the field coming out of his hand. So they have a really potent offense. And that's right, Todd Haley's coming back to Kansas City to hopefully not rain on our parade here for the Chiefs.
Double mention of Todd Haley. Sam, what do you make of that?
Guys, if you don't think Todd Haley's got something for the Chiefs,
he's waiting.
You got another thing coming. But clean sweep, I guess. It's Le'Veon Bell is the answer about this mismatch. I mean, Bell had a huge game. I think 144 yards in that first game. And but I mean, look, obviously we could go down a list and be a long list of the things that went wrong in that first game. But the problem with Le'Veon Bell is that's how the Steelers can stay on the field and move the ball. You know, chain. And the weather, and maybe the weather report's going to change 100 times between now and then. But freezing rain, temperatures in the 30s. I mean, that is prime for you know, a lot of ground game. And the Chiefs struggled. They've struggled both running the ball and they struggled stopping the run. Ramik Wilson, I think, has improved week by week. But if they're going to stop Le'Veon Bell, I think Eric Berry's going to have a lot to do with it. I think Daniel Sorensen's going to have a lot to do with it. And I also agree with one thing that Tim said about the blitz. You have to get to him without a blitz. And this is where I assume we're going to talk about Justin Houston at some point. This is where his health and his effectiveness is really going to play a big part.
Absolutely. Justin Houston is the key player for the Kansas City Chiefs. How close to 100% he is to try to do what he does in the passing game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got it. Okay, up next, our hot topics. You're watching Sunday Sound Off.